tying a little black mayfly. This one happens to be a size 12. We're going to be using a Daiichi 1550 hook, 2.7 mil tungsten bead, 14-aught black from Vivas, bomb-proof thread here. Start this pattern off by winding to the bend of the hook as standard. First up is going to be our tail section, and I'm going to be using a pheasant tail for our tail. This one happens to have been dyed black. As you can see, I've selected off 3 barbules from that tail segment there. I'll go ahead, and I like to leave them a little bit long. I like them to have some attractor pattern style to, you know, kind of something to let those fish know it's there. So what I do to build my thorax is I just kind of continuously wrap this forward and backwards and forwards again. So next up on our agenda is I've spooled off a piece of mirage tinsel. You can probably see it reflecting, and this is like an extra small. So I'm going to take that, and if I catch it, there we go. I'm going to tie that all the way back in, smooth out that little bump right there, just a hair. And I'll bring that back to the tail and put that in the material holder for a later date. Next up, this is a goose biot here. And I'm going to select just a very long single biot. They are curved. I want the curvature to face away from the hook. Tie this in tip first. And wrap forward. Now at this point in time, I'm going to take my favorite hackle plier. You can use yours of choice. I'm going to grasp the end of this biot here. And what I do is I just start building a very segmented body, wrapping forward piece by piece, and I go a little bit too far. You know, a little bit overboard there, because we're ultimately going to start our thorax about a bead and a half back from the bead. So I take my pearlized tinsel here, and I'm just going to put this through that channel that we've created. And that's going to create just a really shiny little section there, as you can see. Now to further strengthen this, I'm going to bring in some of our thin. You could use flow and or whatever else, you know, you could use a head cement even if you had to. This just offers me the quickest results and seem to be into those these days. So I put a bead down. See if I can't catch that little tag there. And I'm going to take the UV Mega Power Light and just cure that circumferentially for about 10 to 15 seconds. And that will ultimately give you the bomb-proof nature that we're looking for on this pattern. So at this point you can kind of separate out your tail section. And you can hopefully see that. Now next up, this is a product called Edge Bright. You can see it's got a cool glow to it. And what I do is I just insert a tapered end of the Edge Bright in here. And this is going to become our wing case. So I made this little blend. It's black, olive, and copper. Kind of a third of each, if you will. So what I do is I dub out an extremely solid body there, and it has a little bit of bugginess, that's okay, but I bring the thread back right into the center, and this is a peacock black crystal flash, so that's going to become our leg section. So after I have that guy all secured, all I do is I take it and I half it, and I put one at 9 o'clock, and I'll do the same thing again. And we'll position that at 3 o'clock. So I'll grab a little bit more of our blend, and if you guys just have a, you know, an olivey brown colored dubbing, that would work as well. I just like to have these little crazy custom blends that I've been working on using the new Hairline's new little dubbing tool. So what we'll do is we pull forward, and I just create a solid body there, and you can see those legs are sitting out really well. So at this point I go ahead and I whip finish. I'll do a leg trim. Crimp it out a bit. Make sure everything's kind of sitting where we want it to. And you're starting to see that hot spot really take shape. So if I really want to get in tight, take my razor blade, and I'll just trim it off there. Again, I'll come in with some thin, and we'll build this real good bubble there. And what I do is I just flip this upside down, and it holds that bubble shape that we want to get, and I'll cure it in an upside down type position for, again, 10 to 15 seconds. At that point in time, our fly is complete. We have a bomb-proof, durable fly with a really new and unique styled hotspot. I mean, this thing is going to be absolutely bomb-proof. Every bit of it has been, you know, glued together pretty much. So it's going to be a great fish catching fly, as well as, you know, something that you're not going to have to replace after like 4 or 5 fish. Thanks for watching.